Okay, so
King
looks like a
County
lot of people have their
and Rich
cameras on.
County, can you please turn on your cameras?
We'd
We
really
want to see
appreciate
all of your
it.
beautiful faces when you stretch.
And Aaliyah will demonstrate the stretching for you
Yes.
guys. What's it called?
Here's these ones.
Or should I take the camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops, sorry about that. We're just gonna change the camera so you can see. And so the first stretch will be the forward fold, and just make sure probably like to touch your, see how far you can touch your toes. You can reach the floor. Yeah, that's the forward fold.
How long can you guys hold it for, do you think?
I can go forever.
Yeah. Aaliyah's a contortionist apparently, so
Yeah,
she's pretty good at that stuff.
Yeah, no, this doesn't stretch me at all. So.
It doesn't stretch you at all?
No.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And your hands are like flat. Okay.
Yeah. Now we're gonna do the tabletop.
The table? Okay. Do you want to move over a little bit more?
Sure.
Okay.
It's a foundation warm up. I don't know what this will do. Okay.
Look at everyone doing it.
So you should just be flat as a table, is what it describes. So
Okay.
And then from the tabletop, we'll be doing cat is when you arch your back up, kind of like a cat.
Okay. So arch you guys'
better with my jacket.
Yeah, probably. Or do you want to move forward a little bit more? No, like forward, like towards the other side. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so just like that.
And then down to dog, which is bending your back downwards.
Okay, you're gonna have to take your mask off because they can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
And then turn this way because you're covered by the table.
All right. Okay. Sorry, it's a small room.
Can you see her fine? Do you think?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But she was halfway covered by the table.
Yeah.
That's better now.
Okay. Into cow, and then back up to cat. And then down to cow. And then back up to cat. And then back into cow. And then to tabletop. And into our next pose, which is child's pose. It's where you can go sit, and then you lay down, and then you stretch your arms as high as you can, as farther as you can.
Everyone looks so good doing it. You guys are doing a great job. All right.
Alrighty.
Are there any more other than that?
I'll do the ones.
Okay.
All right. And now, please pull out your 5. Oh.
So put it back on.
Yeah. Okay, wait.
Woo! Sorry. You're good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let me just pull something.
Is it at the bottom? Yeah.
There you go. All right, so next we're gonna do the five senses activity. And so I want everyone to take a moment to stop what you're doing and sit down and relax. Yeah, so, and close your eyes and I will read you some things.
Is it one of the papers? Is it this one?
Oh.
Do you want me to read it? Or
I got it.
Okay.
Focus on the five senses by recognizing them one at a time. Try to mindfully experience each senses as you focus on it. Notice in the present moment. Now, I want you to look for 5 things in the room that you can see and lift them off as you breathe in and breathe out.
Tell me next one.
Now I want you to find 4 things that you can feel. Now listen for 3 things that you can hear. Now smell, look for 2 things that you can smell. Now look for 1 thing you can taste. All right, so I will be asking some reflection questions, and hopefully we'll have some volunteers so we don't have to call on people. The first, we'll share the screen. So let's focus on reflect questions. Question number 1: what were some senses you noticed during the exercise that you did not notice before? Okay, so I will be calling on people since no one wants to answer. Can Washington County please share and answer one of the reflect questions?
So we found it made us more mindful of our surroundings and we noticed things that we didn't notice before.
Good job.
Can someone answer the second question, which is, what senses do we use to listen to? What senses do we receive information with?
Can we hear from Davis County? Okay.
Hello. Hello. What was the question again?
What senses do we use to listen with? What senses do we receive information with?
Ears. Hearing.
All of our senses.
Oh, all senses, yes.
Yeah.
All of them. But listening is hearing. Yes.
Okay, and the last question, what senses do we use to communicate with? Anyone want to volunteer to answer that question?
Can we hear from the ambassador team? Hello.
Someone else say it.
No. Sweet.
What senses do we use to communicate with?
We said our tongues.
Genius. Okay. What is that? I didn't know that was a sense.
I mean, it's taste, I guess. I feel like we use all our senses to communicate and even listen.
That's true, because you can use body language for part of like touch or sight, I
Mhm.
guess.
Yeah, I know, like, you can communicate with your eyes.
That's also can be a part of body language. And yeah, taste because you like talk regularly. So we're ending it.
Okay,
And you also can you use your scent, like your scent to like the sense of smell to communicate? What do you think? What do you guys think?
yeah, what do you guys think?
We would say yes, because if you put on like a nice cologne or perfume before you go on a date or something, you're sending a message that you take good care of yourself and that you want to be liked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and so, I mean, listening and like communicating, I feel like a lot of the senses are really like, I mean, I know I use my senses for everything, you know, so I can watch and see. And so our next activity.
Okay, our next one is going to be, do they have the paper?
Yeah, they
Okay.
should.
The next one will be, if you guys can get out your labyrinth paper, like the coloring paper.
The mindfulness
Yeah, the
technique.
Just whatever, like the one that is associated with the geometric shape and the colors. Give you a minute to just get that ready. Okay, firstly, I just want to kind of go over just how we associate different colors with different emotions and feelings that we feel from them. And I'm not sure if this is an acquired thing or if it's just how it is, how naturally it is for us humans. But for example, when you think of the color red or see the color red, you may associate it with passion, aggression, excitement, energy, something along those lines. And it affects you by raising your heart rate. So yeah, I don't know about you, but that's what we kind of associate that with. And for orange, you may be able to associate it with ambitiousness. I don't know, just I kind of along the lines of red. It's pretty similar in color, so just the fun, energy, and creativity. Okay, and next one for yellow, you might think of like the sun and sunshine and, you know, more bubbly emotions. So optimism and hopefulness, and it actually releases serotonin, so that's like the happy chemical in your brain. And then we have green, which I associate this with with like nature and the earth and growth and kind of just like an overall freshness, but also other people may associate it with, you know, jealousy or greed, you know, kind of like money and stuff like that. And then we have blue. Do you want us to share a screen?
Yeah, share your screen.
Okay. Do we have it?
That's that stuff.
Yeah,
If not.
no, we can do it. Okay.
Okay. And for blue, it's on page 52. I think.
I don't know.
For blue, what do you guys think you can associate with blue? Anyone?
Maybe unshare your screen.
Calmness,
Sorry, what was that?
calm and relaxed.
Yeah, I definitely say that, but also some people associate it with like sadness or but yeah, for the most of the time it's like a relaxed and calmness kind of color. And then we have purple. Yep. And okay, this one's kind of funny to me because it's like I don't really associate a lot of things with purple, but as you can see, it says, you know, like a transformative or a wise kind of feeling or mysterious, which makes a lot of sense to me, like mysterious purple.
And even purple is really like a kind of a royal color because
Oh yeah, that's true.
yeah, because they used it in like if you wore purple, that means you were very rich because it
Oh,
is
yeah,
a very
the-
hard dye to
Mhm.
come across. So you know, I also like knowing like kind of like the history behind it. I use it, you know, I kind of represent it as kind of like royal and very like expensive
Yeah,
as well.
wealthiness, I guess.
Yeah, and it kind of can go with being respected
Mhm.
because if you wore purple, they're like, okay, let's not mess with them. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. And it's also associated with problem solving, like that's the effect. Not really sure how those are related, but who knows? Then we have pink, and pink is calming, and it's fun and sweet and compassionate, but it also can be weak and immature. And I like how for all of these colors, it can be like a positive feeling and a negative one, so they kind of counteract each other. But for pink, I think it's different because it's like talking about like naiveness, childness, I guess, because that's kind of just the go-to color for.
Yeah, because
Babies and
whenever
stuff.
you always think of pink as every little girl's favorite color, you know?
Yeah, but little girls are also immature but sweet, and you know it's okay. Yeah, we have black next. Black is mysterious and fancy and powerful, and evil and sick. So the sick one is interesting to me because you know the plague from a long time ago that they had the black plague. Yeah, the black plague. So that's an example of when color is associated with something that's an actual thing, I guess. And the effect is lacking energy and basically just like, I don't know, like when you're, I don't know how to explain it very well, but it just makes sense to be like black's lacking energy because it's lacking light and life and stuff like that. Okay, so now that you guys have your geometric shape, we want to talk a little bit about how they can be used as a tool to facilitate mindfulness, and that they also provide healthy benefits. And you're increasing like creativity in your brain just the same way as you use colors to more so just like communicate how you feel, and yeah, and they promote relaxation as well, just like we noticed with the color blue. And colors that are used can also have a significant meaning and relate to emotions, just like we said before. That I guess it's kind of just a way you can express yourself. Like if you really like the color, for example, I like the color green a lot. I guess like it makes sense for me to like things that are fresh and like new and growth. Yeah, what's your favorite color, Aaliyah?
I like blue.
Yeah, so Aaliyah probably likes, I don't know, like a lot of calm, steady, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also find, so I'm an artist, so I use a lot of my color choices because if I was wanting to have a piece be happy and very warm and very like energetic, I would not want to use black, greens, and purples. I would use reds, oranges, yellows. So that just kind of goes along with just kind of meaning and colors.
Oh, also, I noticed in the chat, Washington County said, what about white? Where's the white? And I think white would signify purity
Yeah,
and cleanliness.
I think that's what we most feel about it. But I also like feel that white is easy to like get dirty, because I know like whenever I think
it's like
of white,
untouched.
Yeah, and I like that's why I like never wear white pants.
Yeah, exactly. What do you guys think about how certain colors can affect our moods or how we perceive things? Anyone want to have something to say?
Even type it in the chat.
Yeah, we're just curious as to like what your guys' perspectives are on color in association with feelings, perspective, expression.
What was the question again?
Okay, so we're just curious on like what everyone's opinion is on their perspectives from different colors and how we can associate that with, like, what do you guys think about how that can change our moods and I don't know, just overall affect our mindsets. Yellow is happiness. Different colors can interpret a person's personality. Yeah, that's true.
I know, like, all the times when I see someone wearing a lot of blacks versus a lot of yellows,
Exactly.
That's kind of what your brain does, even if you don't really want to.
It's just this really good form of expression to see.
Yeah.
'Cause, yeah, like Leah said, if I see people wearing a lot of black and I'm like, okay, yeah, nice. But also a lot of bright colors, it tells me a lot about their personality. Anything else?
We were all a lot of like warm colors because we're all like happy moods,
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Yeah, if you have anything else to say, go ahead and type it in the chat, but we will move on to our activity. What is that? Just the coloring in the thing. Okay.
So on the back of this paper you should have, there is there's a shape, and we will take just some time, some minutes, and just kind of fill in the colors using the colors we talked about, and just kind of like put down what you're feeling at the moment, and then we'll go around and like share. So yeah, give you a couple minutes. I think around 10. But if we need more time than that, just type it in the chat.
Hi.
Okay. Has everyone just had enough time to color it in? Wow,
Is everyone finished?
Stuttering. Or close to done at least. Anyone? I mean, they can keep coloring what we're.
Morgan's good to move on.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I guess you can show
Okay,
yours.
so Severe's. Okay, we're gonna show you what we colored because it's nice. I colored one that's like purple and pink. Even though it's not my favorite color, I just like how it looks. I don't know, those colors.
Mine was blue, greens, and a bit of purples. You can't really see it well, but I just thought that was cool. I guess.
You guys can show us your too if you
yeah,
want.
please.
We'd love to see.
We want to see everything.
We want to
you've
know
done.
more about you.
So please.
Please do tell. Please show.
Yes.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
epic. Go Morgan County.
I like it.
That's awesome.
That's so colorful.
Oh,
Oh, that's so
that was
pretty.
cool.
I like
I love how
that.
colorful and like
Wow.
ranged these are. Everyone's so different.
Awesome. Oh, that kind of looks like mine.
Pink and purple squad. Let's go.
Ooh.
Oh, we got blue.
Oh, that looks like
ours. Looking
Oh,
epic,
look at
Morgan County. Oh my
that.
gosh, those are so good.
Wow.
We
Anyone
love
else want
that.
to share theirs?
Please share it with us. We want to see
Yes.
everyone's awesome hard work or coloring.
Nice. Everyone's actually doing so well at these.
Yeah. Ooh,
Oh,
got
yeah.
some Washington
Washington.
County.
Oh, look
Oh
at
my
that.
gosh. I
Oh,
love
I like that.
I even like the
red.
white.
I like the red, you know.
You
red
really
coming
like
out of it.
transformed it. It looks epic.
Sweet. Anyone else?
Ambassador team?
Yeah, ambassador team. We'd love to see.
Oh, no? Okay. Ambassador team, we would
Hello.
love to see your drawings.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes. Oh, look at
Ooh,
that.
Washington County.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. That's some talent. Oh, those are really
Wow.
cool. They're really good.
Wow.
The heck?
Nice.
Those are awesome.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, so
Okay.
everyone noticed how all of ours are completely different and unique to us. Like I'm sure,
Mhm.
even though some of them do look similar, like they're probably not exactly the same. And hello. And there's I don't know, I just think there's a lot to be said about how we can express ourselves through color and shapes.
Mhm. Yeah. And I would also to invite you, something I have seen is you can create your own mood chart and mood board and use colors to fill it in each day. And so you're able to keep track of your emotions and maybe see
Ooh, that's a good idea.
what went wrong this day, so I'm able to prevent it, and what am I able to release the stress.
And
you
just
know?
reflect and take a step back and be like, oh, okay, it's okay to feel that way.
Mhm.
It's okay. It's just good to recognize different things.
Yeah.
All right, so we can move on to our
Stretching break. We're gonna have
stretching
a
break.
stretching break.
Another one.
Mhm. And so everyone, please get up out of your seats, and we're gonna do
Here, I'll show it.
another stretching break. This one's gonna be more, on the
Should I flip it?
standing up. So we're gonna go into mountain pose, and so it's just like this. Are they able to see me?
Kind of. I don't know how to make it from back.
I can squat or.
You might want to step back a little bit. Okay, that's really good.
Okay. And then you're gonna do the crescent moon, which is you just tilt to the side as far as you can, but don't hurt yourself. And then we'll go up into mountain. And then we'll do the other side.
Wow, everyone's
Go
doing
up.
so good.
And I'm gonna turn around.
Love
I have
to
a
see
bookshelf
it.
behind me, so I'm gonna go this way. And then we're gonna, still in the mountain pose, you're gonna lean back.
quit sharing the screen because that's all we can see is that over there.
Oh, they're sharing the screen? Okay. Sorry. There we go.
They couldn't see anything.
Oh. Okay, yeah. So then waterfall. And then we're gonna do the standing. I can move up for this one.
Okay.
Standing head to knee, which is that you just lift your knee up. And then we'll do the other side. And then we're gonna do the dancer pose. This one's it's a balancing pose and it's a bit more complicated. So, oops. We're gonna go and we're gonna behind you, point your foot and grab it. And
Ooh.
okay, can you see me?
Nice. Look how good they're. Wow, you guys are doing so good.
Dancer pose.
You probably can't see because my arm's in the way.
Okay, let's try that again. I can balance as well. Something that helps you balance is actually looking, I'm not a good example, at something that's not moving. It helps your body and won't move. Okay, next pose is, yeah, I have no idea how to do that. Okay, wait, I think I got it. So you're gonna cross your arms.
And cross your legs.
And you're gonna put your leg over your other leg and then make it so your foot wraps around your calf and then you're gonna go in a sitting position. So I'll do that again for you guys. And so you're going to wrap your arms like this and then you're gonna put your leg over your other leg so it's knees to knees. Then maybe like bend it down a little bit so I'm able to see this. And you see my foot? I'm just gonna place it onto my calf. And so like that. And I'm gonna bend down.
Ooh, you guys are doing so good. Their arms.
And so yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. The stretches. Okay. Sorry to put your. Okay. Next we have the. Do you want to pull it up?
Yeah, sure I can.
Like the kindness one.
Yeah. And so I do have it up.
Oh, is it up there?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Let me scroll up real quick just so I can see. Use a chime signal. What?
Nah.
Okay. So this next activity for us is going to be based on like this kindness visualization, and that's kind of a hard word to say. But yeah. First, we're gonna get started by sitting or lying down in a comfortable position, and you guys can close your eyes if you want to. So yeah, go ahead and sit down and just get yourself relaxed to the best of your abilities.
Okay. A little bit to do that. So yeah, just sit down, get comfortable. And close your eyes if that helps you relax, or don't if that doesn't help you relax. It's all whatever is
preference
to you.
Okay. Seems like everyone's already relaxed and comfortable, so except for the ambassador team. There we go. Okay, so let's start by thinking of something that is important to you.
Here.
It could be a best friend or a family member, and it could be someone from your past or your present, or maybe someone you haven't even met yet. Imagine the person is standing right next to you, and visualize what they look like, and imagine what their voice sounds like or what they might be wearing. They're sending you kindness, happiness, and good wishes. Okay. Next, we can imagine someone you do not know well, or someone who has a slightly annoying presence in your life. Imagine them standing next to you and visualize what they look like. And now you are sending them kindness and good wishes. So even if they annoy you, still think of positivity towards them. And next, we're going to imagine that you are surrounded by many people of your life. So your friends, family members, teachers, coaches, and role models, and that they are sending you happiness and good wishes as well, and you are sending the same to them. You are filled with kindness and happiness. When you are ready, you may open your eyes.
So if you're able to, please either speak or type your ideas into the chat.
What do you guys think? What do you think you can gain from doing this activity, either just to make yourself relaxed or just before you go to bed or when you wake up in the morning? Like, how do you think this can affect your life? We might start calling on people. Okay. More kindness and patience towards people you don't know or annoy you. Yeah, I think it shares this like sense of love and compassion towards people that don't really serve a lot of like huge purpose in your life, but it makes you stop and think like, oh, they might be similar to me and they might, I don't know, go through the same stuff I go through. So it makes you more, compassionate.
I feel
Oh, that looks so good.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Okay. I feel like when I like kind of just release my hatred and kind of maybe just say they may annoy me, but I'll still bring them kindness, it really lifts things off of my chest. And I know that just being able to spread kindness to everyone, it makes me happy, and it makes others happy.
Exactly. I was just gonna say that it's not only good for them, but it's also good for you too. So it's a win-win.
How can you include all of the activities we did in your daily life? So the stretching, the colors, and now like this kindness and compassion and empathy into daily lives. All right, can the ambassador team please share?
Just made a noise. Were they not listening? Come on, guys.
It can help you be more aware of like you and your surroundings.
Yeah, definitely. Can Washington County share their thoughts and their experiences and how they can include those in their lives? You can either just type it or say it, whatever is easier for you.
Do you mind repeating the question?
Yeah. So how can you include all of the activities and experiences and things we've talked about in your daily life? So like the stretching, the kindness and compassion activity we just did, or the colors.
I think just doing them daily, just coloring daily, even if that will help, or doing yoga just to calm down from such a stressful situation. Yeah, just doing that stuff.
Awesome. We agree.
Definitely.
Do we have any other activity?
Wow, so,
Oh.
sorry.
Okay.
Thanks.
So thanks for participating in our workshop.
I hope you're able to learn more things about colors and you're able to take these into your daily lives. And I hope you have a great rest of your time with the workshops and have an amazing day.
All right, let's review. What are some things that you've learned from our workshop specifically about, it could be about stretching or the colors and the mindfulness. Anything specifically will stand out to you for the rest of your life? No? Just kidding, not for the rest of your life, but
Or maybe like what you've been able to take out of this workshop, what you will be able to leave with because of this workshop, I guess. What have you learned, I guess? And just,
you can type it in the chat too if that's more comfortable for you guys. We would just love to have more people participate. I don't think I've heard much from Rich County, so if you've heard anything or if you want to share anything, that'd be great.
Rich County, it says you're not on mute, but if you're saying something, we cannot hear you.
Okay, Brandy says, I like the mindfulness. Good point. Anything else anyone wants to add?
Sevier County, do you want to say something?
Okay. Oh yeah, because you're next one. Oh wait, fingers. Put an extra people underway. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I kind of have some.
Okay,
I kind of have some bleeding.
I'll share you what Sevier County has stated. Put an extra piece of paper under what you are coloring, especially at your leader's house, and I agree.
She's dying. She's like laughing so hard. Yeah. Yeah. That's probably a good idea.
I love the Pringles.
What?
You showed the Pringles.
Oh, Oh, I was like,
Yeah.
did you read it?
No.
Okay, well, yeah. Thank you so much for participating in our workshop, and we hope that you guys liked it. Oh, I'm not ending the whole thing. Okay.